Corey. What are we gonna do with you?
Is you ask them all to go out on a date.
And to be honest with you, one of them I shouldn't even ask. I'm gonna be dead honest with you. I'm gonna be dead honest with you.
This man, okay, here we go. Another season of Ready to Love. Here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Taste of Reality. My name is Queenie, for those who don't know me, and we're reviewing Ready to Love, Season 5. The casting special and episode 1. And I mean, if you've been here for the past 2 seasons that I've done the reviews and stuff, you already know how I feel about this series. You already know that I'm frustrated with it. I'm tired, but I also supporting Black initiatives, and this is the only all-Black dating show. So here I am yet again. In terms of the watch party, I didn't do it yesterday just because I didn't want to give y'all the negative energy that I was feeling because of the casting special. I did not want to watch that for an hour. So yeah, watch parties will resume next week. And if you want to know when they happen, you can do it by subscribing. So before I get into this video, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you're always in the know, okay? Let's go. So I'm gonna do every single cast member. There are so many human beings on this cast. Let's get started. First, we have Frank. He's 35. He is assertive. He is a gentleman, and he is a go-getter. His last relationship ended because he wasn't appreciated. This is a problem. If anything is an epidemic in the dating world, it's the unappreciation of people. Honestly, I've seen so many good guys, not nice guys, good guys go unappreciated. So I hope, one, he's telling the truth, and two, he finds somebody who appreciates him. Next, we have Corey. Corey, who's 40. He believes that he's the most romantic guy in Washington, D.C. In all of Washington, D.C., he's the most romantic. He doesn't talk to women. He regurgitates conversations. He is a walking red flag, okay? Walking red flag. This man had all these deal breakers and then all of these qualifiers, and I'm just like, we all have this, but we don't voice it right away. You know what I mean? Like ooh, baby. Watch out for Corey. Next up, we have Phil, who's 37. He had a 2.5-year relationship, which was on track for marriage, but the woman couldn't commit to it. And then he decided he couldn't wait for her anymore. I love Phil. I love Phil so much. He wishes his mom would have seen more of his accomplishments. She passed before he could really get his life to a point where, you know, he wanted to share and show his family, like, look what I've done, look how far I've come. So now, not that he's rushing or anything, but he's now more deliberate about the things that he does because he's realizing time is short, time is limited, you know, live the best life that you can while you have it, because you never know when it's taken from you. Shiloh is next. She is 33. She struggles with men's communication. She's been jaded by dishonest men in the past. She likes a quiet confidence, and honestly, I don't think I saw her and Phil talking to each other, but they seem like they could work. He's got that quiet confidence. He's deliberate. He's intentional. He has a good name for himself. Like, he's made a name for himself. Girl, you might have to look into that. Next, we have Courtney, who's 30. She is a lot to handle, but worth the headache. No. You've already identified yourself as a headache. Why? No. Why would somebody want to deal with that? Life shifted after she had a child because the person who she was with, they were young and, you know, young, wild, and free. After having a child, obviously your priorities should change. And for her, they did. And she's just not that woman anymore. She's looking for somebody who's tall, dark, and handsome. And she wants somebody seasoned. Give some age. Okay, me and you, girl, we the same. Give me somebody seasoned. Yes. Next, we have Camille. She's 42. She's a teacher. She's nicknamed the Black Widow because she chews men up and spits them out. Ha, yikes. She has been engaged multiple times and realized she didn't love herself enough to love others. Great realization. what has she done to get herself in a place where now she's able to do that? Because you can still love yourself and still not be prepared to love others. You know what I mean? Concerned about her just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. She had what, 3 engagements, I think it was? Yeah. I hope she's serious. I really do. Cornelius is next. He is 39 and he looks so good for knocking on 40. Yes, this man looks great. He wants to date to marriage. He's no longer here for the games anymore. He has reignited his spiritual life and is looking for somebody who has that same value. He's abstaining until he finds a relationship that is worth it. Okay, worth it. Now, I'm not trying to compare him to nobody, but sometimes the men here who present as these kind of men are the ones with problematic behaviors. Not to say this is him. I actually think that he's genuine in the things that he's saying. I'm just saying sometimes it's a lot of BS. That's it. Aisha is 38. She was in an 11-year marriage and was cheated on. She has 2 teenage kids from it, and she just misses being courted. She misses, being treated right, being treated the traditional way, take me out, wine and dine me. Not just always, can you come over? WID. We ain't got time for that. Okay. She's looking for someone who has a sensitive side, because that's something that goes missed with the nurturing of men, the bringing up of men. And she's she just wants somebody who's contemporary, I guess you could say. We have Moomin, who's a 36-year-old singer. I was so excited when I saw this woman's face because I was like, I know her. And then I realized I used to watch her Disney covers on Instagram. Yes, I'm so happy she's here. She's absolutely stunning. Okay. And that's not just because I'm a fan. She's really, really beautiful. She wants someone who's God-fearing and is also abstinent. So maybe Cornelius is for her. Who knows? She wants someone to build, grow, and settle down with. Next, we have Walter. He's 48. He is a reformed thug. He was married for 1.5 years after a 9-year relationship, and the wife unfortunately passed away. She had a cyst on her ovaries and didn't make it through surgery. Very you learn through his story. He has so much trauma. His mother died in his arms. He lost his wife when they were preparing for children. It was just the man. I want the best for him. He lost his wife in 2003, so he's had a lot of time to learn himself, find himself, become a better man, and, claim that reformed thug title. He believes his heart is now in the right place to find love. Next, we have Zadia. I hope it's Zadia. She's 35. She wants a man who respects her time, who is a verbal sparring partner, who is transparent, vulnerable, and acknowledges that she is the prize. She is the prize, not you. She. Okay. Next is Sabrina, 45. She has 1 daughter. She's looking for genuinity, stability, and a big D. She can't handle those micros no more. The micros aren't cutting it. With her, size does matter. It's not the motion in the ocean, baby. It's the size of the boat. You better come back in, or she's not having it. Dante is next. He's 38. He has 3 children, and they all have their own mamas. I'm not judging or shaming anybody. Never want to do that. But you got all them baby mamas, and it ain't work with not one of them. No. Okay. All right. Best of luck to you. He has taken time to find himself, and he wants someone who is on his frequency. Let's see if they're in here. Next, we have Carrington. He's 33. His last relationship was 6 years ago. And from that relationship, he has a daughter. He's waiting to romance an alpha female. He wants a woman who's assertive, who knows what she wants, and he's there being her partner. I wasn't mad at that. He is adaptable and mysterious. He didn't want to tell you much about his job. Maybe he has sat down with the Obamas. We don't know. Next is Tyrone. He's 44. He's never been married and is single for 3 years now. He's afraid of having a failed relationship because of the failed relationship of his parents. I get it. Like, divorce at any age does affect you, but at 44, you got to throw that to the wayside. The whole point of love is taking that risk. Failure is always a potential when it comes to relationships, babe. Throw it out the window. Don't focus on that. Focus on who you got. There was more that I have here. He understands that the women in his life are not his mother. You see? Don't attribute that. The two don't correlate. Okay. I hope he implements that in this process. Lamont is also 44. He has a passion for spoken word. I was getting red flags, and I know we shouldn't do that because, poetry, spoken word, these men also deserve love, but they also tend to be problematic, but it's okay. We move. He was married and cheated on. Yikes. And he would disregard women who had the characteristics that he wanted. It's just red flag after red flag after red flag, y'all. Lamont. And then his voice, I'm not making fun of his voice because, we speak the way we do, but like there's this spot in his lower register. He doesn't have to go down there. You don't have to go down there. Next, we have Carrie, who is 38. She was married at 21 and divorced within a year. She's tired of men who are just looking for a good time. And she tends to overinvest in relationships, which means acting like a wife when you really are just a girlfriend. Libba is next. She's 44. She's been married the majority of her life. But her and her husband were estranged, and she did not want that for her reality. She wants someone who loves God, has integrity, and is tall because short. Her words, not mine. Short men tend to be a lot of work. This mentality is very problematic. I believe that short men who have a short man complex tend to be a lot of work. But to umbrella that over all short men, girl, you might be missing maybe this is why you single at 44. Maybe your husband is 5'9". You missing out. 5'8", 5'7", even 5'6". That's a stretch, even for me. That's a stretch. Naeem is next. He is 40. He was blindsided by a woman he was in a relationship with who decided to join the army and just up and leave. He was raised with natural feminine energy around him. So he's not a fan of the fake hair and the nails and the makeup. Good for you, King. Good for you. That's as I'm sitting beside my lashes. Not that he's after me, but I'm just saying, a lot of women like to get dolled up. I don't know if you're gonna find that kind of woman on this cast, but okay. Last but not least, we have Tasya, who is 34. She exudes feminine energy and wants a medium ugly guy because she wants a medium ugly guy because they treat you well. Can we stop calling guys medium ugly? What is that? To somebody, I'm ugly. Ugly. Ain't no medium in it, okay? To somebody, I'm absolutely gorgeous. Let's stop doing that, medium ugly. Because now whoever Tasya gets what, they're going to be questioning themselves like, wait a minute. Am I ugly? Girl, don't put that on them. My personal picks out of this cast would be Carrington and Phil. So, if the show doesn't work out for you, I live in Montreal, Canada, but I'm willing to move. Don't worry about that. So, on to the episode itself. Off the bat, we have Sabrina, who has caught the attention of both Walter and Tyrone. I'm already biased towards her and Walter. They had a moment later on in the episode where they were talking about the traumas that they've gone through, and they were just relating on a level that I feel like they're the only two who can truly relate on that level.
Right. I'm running my own company.
Yeah,
I'm working full time.
Yeah.
And then when I get home, I'm taking care of my mom all night.
Right. And that's exactly where I am right now.
It's the circle of life.
Now, Mr. Naeem, Mr. Natural, Mr., I don't like makeup and hair and all those things, was checking out Tasya. But she has all those things that you say you didn't like, so...
First thing I'm noticing is a woman's smile, but if she's not facing me, I'm noticing her ass. So it was a nice sight to see.
What's on with that? What is on with that? I'm pretty sure you could get a girl who's like that. But I think he's selling himself short because like a woman can still want the finer things in life, want to be bougie, want to doll up and all those things and still have those core values that you want. To say, I don't want somebody with the makeup and the nails and the hair and the whatever, you're counseling a whole lot of women. And if that truly is a hard line for you, then hey, that's all right. But I feel like he's doing himself a disservice. Courtney and Corey are catching a vibe, it seemed. And I thought they looked like a perfect match. I thought they looked great together and all this stuff. And he had asked for her number. But now we're seeing Corey's characteristics come into play where he is regurgitating the same lines to this woman, that woman, that woman, that woman. And I don't know if he thought they wouldn't compare notes or something. Like yeah, but they started comparing notes and it was like, boy, what? What is wrong with you?
We supposed to be going to traffic.
I'm done. Bye, Corey.
Camille, she has sunk her teeth into Cornelius already. Girl, you and me, the same. Talk to me some kind of way and we go together. You hear me? You are already my boyfriend. When is the wedding? We go together now. But the problem, Camille, the women who tend to pigeonhole themselves early on tend to get sent home very quickly because you're limiting your options. Open yourself up. There are 10 men to pick from. Cornelius is not your boyfriend. I know it was a joke, but you know, some women think they're joking and then they actually just focus on the one and then they get sent home, okay? I'm just looking out for you. Sabrina and Walter, yep, I talked about that. The women at the bottom are Tayshia, Carrie, and Libba. And the men are Lamont, Tyrone, and obviously Corey. And ultimately, the people who got sent home are Lamont and Libba. Not surprised there at all. They were the ones giving me red flags even from the casting special. So I'm not surprised that they were the ones chosen to get eliminated. This season, Tommy is talking about how he is throwing in some wrenches in the season. Now, why would you do that? The success rate, not me sweating, it's actually hot in here. The success rate for Ready to Love is abysmal. Why would you make the process harder? We'll see how it goes. I am absolutely not optimistic at all because I've been optimistic for the past 4 seasons and been disappointed every single time. So we're going to enjoy our watch parties. We're going to kiki. We're going to have a laugh. We're going to drink some wine. We're going to eat some popcorn. We're going to be on the Olivia Pope diet while we go through this season. And hopefully there is some love to be found on this season. Until the next one, like, comment, share, and subscribe as usual. Check out for those watch parties. They might be watch parties. They might be review videos, but you won't know if you're not subscribed. So subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.